Podcast. I'm your host, E, aka our money bags. And we got the pit crew with us today. We short a couple people today, man, but it's all good. We holding the fort down, man.
Yep. The show
we got
must
my
go on.
hey man, show much going on. What can I say? But hey, we miss everybody that's not here, man. Shout out to my man Jay. Shout out to Chill, man. We miss y'all. Hey, K-Ego, man, how's it going, bro?
Hey, good, man. Episode 84, I should
Oh
say.
man, they
Oh, we
moving, man.
creeping, man. We creeping to that
Yeah, we
100,
moving.
man. We gotta do something special for the 100 show, for real.
No bull, man. Dad, I got an idea for 100, which I think we should do, but we'll figure that out. I'll let you know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Man.
I think it should be something special, but we'll figure it out. But I'll let you know
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
But with that said, man, hey, K-Ego, tell the people what we do since Jay not here, man.
Hey, since Jay not here, this is where we shoot the shits, talk about everything except politics.
Yes, sir. And today we have a very, very special guest, man. This lady is an author, entrepreneur, recently retired. I'm kind of hating on her right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I do hate celebrate.
Oh man, yeah, I'll celebrate, man.
Hey, it's Women's History Month, man. We got to celebrate.
I know we do gotta celebrate, yeah. Which was crazy. She showed up right on Women's History, but right on time, man.
Yep.
Hey, this is divine, man. God don't play about us, man.
This podcast is always giving love to all the women of any achievement, any positive moving forward. So it's only right that you are first guest for Women's Month.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
With that said, man, let's give it up for the author of The Trial Purpose, Miss Belinda Lane, man. Belinda M. Lane, should I say? I'm sorry. Got to put the end in there.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes.
So, hey, let's get into it, man. The Trial Purpose is what is the book about? What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I've been writing for a while, and people laugh at me because I say when you talk to me, it's like I see pictures. It's like movies goes on in my head, and I do a lot of allegory wherein I make words people. I put. So I want you to see them. So the Trial of Purpose is actually a trial. And with the Trial of Purpose, purpose is on trial, and destiny is the defense attorney.
Wow.
Deception is the prosecuting attorney.
Whew.
The witnesses against destiny is broken dreamer, waiting for my breakthrough, and victim. Judge is time, and the jury is the heart of man. And believe it or not, on Destiny's side, the witnesses for him is challenges and circumstances, which we look at, which you think would be negative, not good for them, but it is. So I did a whole entire courtroom scene, and the show, because when they were in the beginning of the book, I showed when they first came. In other words, when they came from the timeless realm into the time realm, okay, they were started out as dreamer, breakthrough, and victor. But through life, their lives changed, and that's how they became broken dreamer, waiting for my breakthrough, and victim. And it shows the different challenges and circumstances they went through that was really supposed to make them stronger. And so you go through their lives just to see what it is, and that's it. One of the reasons I really wanted to write the book was because I had talked with so many people that just kind of given up on their purpose. Now, they were doing some good things, but they were always talking about the void that they had, or they never felt satisfied, or, I'm not doing what I think I should do, or I don't know what my purpose is,
That part. That's the hard one right there. Don't know.
Oh, it is, because, isn't it funny? Because when I think somewhere like between maybe the ages of around 10 is just probably a good number. If you asked a little boy what he wanted to be, or a little girl, they could tell you without thinking, I want to be this when I grow up. I want to be that when I grow up, But as they grow up and they face life, somehow or another, they lose it. They lose that desire, that drive, and it just become, think about the millionaires, the multi-millionaires who've committed suicide. How do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you do that? So
you
it
know,
lets go
I'm
ahead.
sorry to cut you off, Miss Belinda, but you know what's
Yes.
so crazy about that? I have a theory that what happens too, they get there
Mm-hmm.
and they get there and be like, dang, what now? I
Yeah.
got there.
Mm-hmm.
Now what? And you realize that you waited all your life to achieve this dream
Yes.
and you get it.
And you
Yeah.
don't
And
always
it
do
may
it.
not be cracked.
Yeah.
It might not be what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like, shoot, this might be more than what I wanted.
Right. Yeah. And that's so true. It's like the saying that you climb in the ladder, when you get to the top, you found out you was on the wrong building.
Wow, yeah.
you know and even with a lot of when you hear the end of a lot of stories for um different ones that have made it, and the one thing that they say, I wish I had to spend time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a did this. They have a I wish list.
Yep.
But nothing they can do about it now.
Nah.
And like I say, even when I look at people that own so much, but they're so empty.
Oh
So
man.
Wow. So
yeah,
it's like this is more instance like never judge a book by the cover. Like when I read the
yeah.
title, my trial for purpose, I'm looking at it from where I'm supposed to be at destiny
Mhm.
wise. But you just talked about a person being at a more successful spot than I am in, I'm thinking
Mhm.
that that's their destiny, but that might not really be their destiny or purpose. Their
Right,
purpose may be, when they're there, where are they supposed to navigate at helping.
right,
What is your main driven focus?
right. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, because I think a lot of people think that uh, to serve purpose, it means spotlight, or it
Mhm.
means money, or it means being known.
Right.
Your purpose could be. I talked to someone recently, and he talked about how the janitor at his school was always encouraging him, and how he really, the things that he had thought about being maybe when he was in his 30s, he started them in his teens. And I say,
Wow.
but that was the janitor's. He had the label, the covering of a janitor, but his purpose was an encourager. His purpose was to spark something in this young man that would move him. So a lot of times the purpose may be behind the scene. It don't have to be someone that you see.
Right.
Nah, that's true, man. And it's funny you say that because I didn't realize. So my father passed in 2020,
Okay.
and so when people went to the memorial, and he was a coach, he coached
Okay.
basketball,
Mhm.
and he actually coached Matt when I got
Okay.
Matthew. So, but what's funny, I didn't realize that he gave Matthew his first speaking engagement at his job,
Wow.
and he did stuff that I didn't even know about, man. And
Mhm.
so
Okay.
many people that he poured into, and then I'm just like, man, it's my father. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was so many people he poured into, and right before he passed, he went back to coaching.
Oh, okay.
He went back to coach. He coached football and basketball his last year,
Hmm.
and it was kind of like his victory lap. Because
Wow.
right before that, he passed. Right after he finished that season, he passed away.
He
And
fulfilled purpose all the
he
way in.
he fulfilled his purpose, yeah. And
There
that
you
was his
go.
thing, yeah. And it, because I used to get on him like, dude, why you going back to coaching, man? You older,
Mhm.
man. You don't got to keep running back around, man. He's
Mhm.
going back and forth to school and picking up kids, giving them lunch money, giving them
Wow.
all kinds of stuff, man. Kids that had food to eat after school, he was
That
paying
was
for
his
that stuff,
purpose.
Wow.
That was his
and
purpose. Yeah.
that was his
Yes.
purpose,
What
man.
a legacy that he left for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. So, what was one thing that sparked you to write the book? Like, was it like a slew of things? Or was it one thing that sparked you?
Well, the characters are really me.
I
um,
think
they,
I think the credits are all of us at some point in life.
yeah, they really are. And I had met ones that were my age, in my age group, and they was like, Belinda, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
What do you mean? You gotta have some hint, you
Right.
know. And again, I think too, people judge themselves by other people or what other people are doing, and you can't do that. Um, they fall in purpose and you fall in them.
And then not to mention, some people make it look good like they follow in
Yeah,
purpose, but
yeah,
they really not. I
yeah,
mean, hence we look at social media, people do it all the time.
yeah.
And they make it look good, make it look
Mhm.
like it's just
Oh,
glitz and
don't
glamour.
they? Oh,
Oh man, what?
and AI is good, isn't it?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, yes,
I
yes,
don't know what's real.
right,
I
Yeah,
know. And
yeah.
sometimes even when I see AI, I'll Google and say, "Is this real?"
right.
Whatever it's saying. But yeah, it makes it look good. But purpose is it's fulfilling.
Yep.
It makes you smile at the end of the day, like your dad, like the things he was fulfilled by what he was doing.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he's proud of you because look at what you're doing. Look at what you guys are
Ah.
doing.
Yeah.
Nah.
You are helping me to fulfill my purpose.
Hey, that's what it's about.
Yeah, you're helping different ones to come on. You're promoting people. You're about people. Um, it's like I say, I
And
always say
we
it's a beautiful thing.
yes,
Yeah.
and we'll give you some background. The show was started because of our friend Ronald Pittman. His name we call him Pitt. And he
Mhm.
was a motivator, a speaker,
Okay.
Conversation.
really religious person, man, religious man, faithful man,
Mhm.
and he was a man of faith.
Okay.
And he was a podcast in himself. Like when
Right.
I say he can talk and entertain,
Yeah.
oh my God.
He could command the room. Like
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
easy.
Okay.
Easy.
So that's why we named the pit stop. It's named after him, man. Ronald Pittman
Okay.
Jr., man.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, happy birthday to my godson, man. He just turned 16, which is his father, his son.
Birthday.
Yeah. So shout out to my godson Jake, man. He just turned
Yeah.
16. So
Good. Good.
yeah, shout out to him, man. We went out for his birthday yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so it was just dope, man. Full circle moment, man.
Yeah. So looking at the trial of purpose, I'm looking at your life and your accomplishments. When I describe you, you're selfless. You just like to help people and give to others. In your 20s, you worked at a safe house for women dealing with domestic violence. Just tell us about some of the early years, like some of your earliest inspirations to actually help others. Like what was your driven purpose?
Um, I was on my own at 18.
Mm,
Didn't have a clue about life because I came up in the church. I hate to say I didn't have a clue about life. It's just I didn't have outside of church. There was like a lot I just did not know.
yeah.
Okay. So, and that was my intent to even when I was on my own at 18 to leave church, but circumstances happened that I did. So I was like out there in the world, I knew nothing about. And when I say hard hits,
Oof.
life was like, wow, this is really unreal. And
Mhm.
I got, mixed up in some things that I did not intend. I have another book called Standing on the Edge of Your Tomorrow.
I saw that.
That was the
Yeah, I
book
saw
I
that.
wrote before this one. And and in that book, that first story is my story, you know, um, coming out alive because I got in situations that I was just looking for safety. I was
Mhm.
looking for protection. I was never looking for love because to me love was a myth.
Mm,
So I wasn't looking for love. I was looking for protection. Someone that I knew that had my back, that and just that one person that I knew because betrayal, I saw so much of that when I, was in my walk in life. And that's kind of what made me like people always talk about me because I'm a loner.
Mhm.
Um, but I also you heard me say I said I'm a preacher's kid. So even though I'm a loner, I still had to know how to react and how to be with people. So I learned very early in life how to be with people. Um, But the book itself, like I say, Broken Dreams, my mom used to always say, I'm just waiting for my breakthrough. So that title really came from her, and victim, even though victim in my book is portrayed, I made a male, and it's portraying a rich person, but it also was showing the emptiness and the loneliness, that he had, because he wouldn't let anybody in. And when you don't let someone in, it's bad when you don't feel. You got to feel something. We were made for to be social. We were made for each other. Yeah. And because life has caused a lot of people to just, I worked with the homeless a lot. The homeless and domestic violence, those are my two passions. I volunteered in all of them for years. Every state that I lived in, I was, working and volunteering at a homeless shelter, volunteering at domestic violence. But my last job, I actually worked as an employer of a domestic violence shelter. I was an advocate. So yeah.
No, go ahead. No, I was thinking, when I'm listening to you talking about, you're saying like some of the you named the person, the victim was a rich person, and we got to thinking about, I got to thinking about something you said, because he was empty, he was guarded, he didn't want to let anybody in, and I thought of somebody that's been in the news lately, and me and him been talking about this guy.
Okay,
who we talking about here, man?
Reminds me of 50 Cent, son. Like,
it's not.
That's another story.
It's not 50 Cent. I'm going to... Anyway, we ain't gonna get into that.
We cut that out. I don't want 50 Cent to come at me. I don't want to say he's so me. He's just coming at me for me. I don't want no. I don't want no problem.
They just need to learn to leave that man alone. That's all that was.
Yeah.
But
no. But when we go back to so you were saying you worked at a domestic violence place.
Yes, it's heartbreaking because I saw so many children that came through the shelter. But then I realized that a lot of the adults was children at one time who came through the shelter.
Yep.
And it was just a repeat. It was I remember one of the young men, he was 17 and autistic. Okay. And he came in the office and he said, Miss Lane, he said, what is it that these women keep going back to these men that keep hurting them? Now, this is a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And a lot of the behavior, when I looked at a lot of the 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds, they were already pushing their moms, so they're already there pushing on a female.
Yeah.
They're already saying, no, I'm not going to do this, and so it's learned behavior. And believe it or not, it's really, really high rate in the as far as with the policemen. So many women came through there. I mean, they had reports of scars, of cigarette burns on their children and stuff. And when they went to court, the judge threw it out. Because
that's amazing.
They protect each other.
Oh, yeah. Police. Yeah. Wow.
So a lot of women don't go to court,
right.
Because that's what has happened to them. They got there, and how do you show someone a picture of your child with burnt cigarette marks on their leg, and the father was a policeman, and you showing it to the judge, and the judge throws it out? How do you live with yourself?
Right. So, Miss Belinda, that has me. I'm thinking like, so that same officer that did that, you think he's not gonna do that to somebody on the street if he's doing that to his own family or somebody in the house?
Yes, they are. We
as a judge, how do you morally deal with yourself, man?
Good old buddy network, man. That's what
it is. And they look out for each other. We're literally like, with domestic violence, you can send we would give them a free ticket anywhere in the United States on Trailway, Greyhound, whatever bus is running there. We'll give them a one-way ticket for them if they got kids, for the kids and everything, because some of them, that's the only way that they can get away is to get out of the state.
Right. Yeah.
So we will send them all the way to California, and we have sent, and when we do that, we hook them up with a shelter there.
Right. That's all.
And most shelters are anywhere from 30 days to 60 days to a year. So we would try to find something that is a 60-day shelter that we would send them to, because they're going to a new place. 30 days is not going to be suitable.
Right.
That's not enough.
So are they connected to like programs where they can like find place of employment and
that's what but that's what we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what we did when I was there. We got them set up with programs. We got them set up with different types of programs wherein that they would pay their security deposit, their 1 month rent, for them. But they had to have a job, because you can't pay it and then they stay there 1 month, they're gone, and we done put out almost $2,000.
Right.
So,
no, exactly.
Yeah. So and then with the homeless, what I found out, and I work a lot with mostly men, and especially this when I was in Virginia. I've lived in a lot of places. By the time I was 4 years old, we were moving to our fourth state.
Wow.
Not 4 years, but the time I was 10 years old, we was moving to our fourth state. So I've kind of moved around a bit, but coming up, men from Vietnam and Desert Storm, those were the ones that was dominating, especially, when I was in Richmond, Virginia, that were dominating the streets. And I'm like, golly, nobody that has been in a service should ever be homeless. Ever. It's just mind-boggling, because for one thing, you got to think about it. When they come back here with a physical wound, like an arm missing, a leg or something, like, they immediately in the hospital taken care of.
Right.
But if they come back here, mentally kind of off balance or whatever, because it's not seen.
Right.
No one does anything for it. They have to see something physical in order to do something for you. So those men who need it the most, who's waking up at night beating their wives because they think they're in bed, they think it's the enemy. They have this is not intentional violence. And just and you look at them and I'm like, golly, you got to do something for them. They need help. So
it's crazy too, because I don't mean to cut you off, but I just
please.
I think about all these past presidents who mainly send these people on the front lines, and they get PTSD and they suffer all this stuff. The government take care of the president for the rest of their lives, but they don't take care of the person responsible for sending them to the front lines and actually do the work and execute the work to make the president look good. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's backwards to me. It's backwards to me.
It is. And that's one of my goals. I prayed and asked God. I want to be a philanthropist. I want to be able to, and my first goal, should this happen, and I'm believing it will, I will build some type of home situation for the homeless. I have literally ran almost over somebody trying to put money in somebody's hand. They smelling, they walking slow, they look bad, and I'm just like, it's just something that pulls on me. And I had one of my sisters say, well, Belinda, you got to stop running up on people. They could be just playing or whatever. I said, no, I believe it's the God in my heart that's pulling me. It's just.
But you know what, Miss Belinda, I think about this. When I see like a homeless person, I always think about that person was a kid at one point.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was a kid at one point. And do you think as a kid, did you ever get here? And how did you get here?
Yes. And, oh my God, yes. You're absolutely right. That never was a dream,
Yeah, no, it's not a dream.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yes. No, please. No.
I was gonna say we celebrate Christmas every year, and the person that we celebrate was born in a manger.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at homeless people funny, but I mean, it is.
Yeah. But also think about it. most people, and I really get on churches, and I'm in a church, so I am grateful for how my church operates. But I just always say, do churches think that the homeless are only hungry at Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because at home at Christmas time, I mean, they just so much pride and giving. But what about in February?
Right.
What about doing those? Yeah.
They pass turkeys out like they Frank Lucas.
Yes. Oh, that is funny. Yes, I know what you said. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But I want to know. Let's go back to the book. I want to know. So now do you think you have your purpose?
Well, writing is my purpose.
Gotcha.
And it is. I've written plays. All those were in the probably like the 80s, 90s. Y'all were still in the heart of God. Y'all hadn't gotten here yet.
Nah, we semi old.
Right.
He was almost born in the 70s,
You know what I'm saying? I just missed the 70s, you know what I'm saying? I just
see? Yeah. So I've been writing. Actually, when Martin Luther King got assassinated, I was living in Baltimore at the time. I went to Dunbar High School. And
shout out to Dunbar.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I wrote a poem, a reading that was read over the intercom for the school.
Nice.
So I've always I've been writing for, like I said, that is my purpose.
So now that we're here, we're talking about, you mentioned Martin Luther King. We just got our Black History Month. Yo, how was that day? Like when you heard that news of Dr. King getting killed?
We were devastated, even because you had to think I was probably about 17.
Yeah. So you at that point where you know what's going on for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. And plus being like I said, my father was a preacher. So we did a lot of traveling during that time, going from different states and cities for him to preach.
Yeah.
And my mom, she always had to have everything prepared for us, because I've seen him when he would walk up to a service station and they turn the sign around and say close, or things. So see, I lived in that era when all that was going on. So yeah, it's so I understood the fight,
Right.
even though I was young, but I understood the fight because I was seeing in it per se of what they were fighting for, my freedom. I was in that. So
Shout out to Dr. King. I played my first play in a Dr. King play back in the day. Okay. I played a guy named Brother Joe on the bus.
Okay.
Hey, you look like a Brother Joe on the bus too. You like you just be a Joe. You got very mechanic mystique, brother.
It's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
This is what we doing here. This is my guy.
Only friends can do that.
Yeah, only friends. Can't nobody else joke on him like that. We can. We take up for him, but other than that, it's only on the inside. Can't nobody else do that though.
There you go. Yeah.
Nah, we hold it down, man. Yeah. But all right, so do you have? I know you don't have any experience in the court system, because what made you set it up like a courtroom?
Well, I had always wanted to be a lawyer.
There we go. We digging deep. We getting there.
I went to Coppin State College, which is now Coppin State University.
Lord, man!
Shout out to other co-host James. He graduated from Coppin State, so
okay,
we have to hear that. Yeah.
Now, where are you guys located?
So we're all over. So
okay.
I'm in Georgia. I'm in
Maryland.
Yeah, right outside Atlanta.
But we're all from Maryland now.
Yeah, we all from Maryland.
Right.
Just where we live at. Yeah, that's why we do a lot of our stuff virtual, because all the co-hosts, we all live all over the country. So
Yeah.
Right. No, that's good. That's
yeah,
good. But
yeah.
yeah, I had but I got kind of sidetracked and I went into counseling after I graduated. I didn't I took the law school entry exam, did well. Uh I was in Richmond, Virginia at the time. Like I said, I've been all over. And I was going to go to TC Williams Law School. I
Wow.
had got in. They called me in. I did, and this is not a pat on my back. This is truth. I did so well on the test that I didn't even apply for a scholarship, and they wanted to give me one.
Nice.
But I had a child at the time. I was a single mom, and
Mm.
when you go to law school, your first 2 years, I don't know if it's still the same way. You can't work, and I had to work.
Yeah, I learned that. So I took the LSAT.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the LSAT and I was gonna go to law school and I was just like, yeah, no, I gotta work, yo. Like
Yeah, I did. So I did. So I went into counseling. I started working at a private psychiatric hospital, and that's when I think I begin to see things. I'm telling you, it's real. When people talk about, hearing voices and the things they do, and I went out to one of the young ladies I was my patients, and we're supposed to tell each other if somebody. It should have been in the notes when we come in, the change shift. We have someone that gives us the rundown for all the patients. Well,
Yeah.
somehow no, they left it out of the notes that my patient was schizophrenic.
Oh man.
So when we're talking, and I'm looking at this young lady, and I'm hearing a man's voice come out of her.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
So I immediately say, "I'll be right back."
Oh no, no. Oh,
So
Go ahead.
I got up and I went to the front desk. I laid them out. I said, because you go in there in a different, when you know who you're facing, you go in that mind, you have a mindset for each
yeah,
of
you
your
got
Right.
patients.
you gotta
You know,
prepare me for that, man.
Right.
Come
this
on.
is the honest truth. Think about a dining room table, chair. Okay. When I went back in the room, she had balled her body all the way up and was under that chair. And I cannot even imagine in my mind how her bones even allow her to do that.
Yeah.
So the things that I've seen, and I worked on the open unit when and this is what I said to her. I said, I'm
So
coming back.
what's the open unit? What's that?
The open unit is mean that they're not gonna harm themselves.
Okay.
The closed lock unit is they're gonna harm themselves. So they have to really keep a watch on them. They have more staff there, but an open
Right.
unit, they can come and go in the cafeteria, go in the lounge, or whatever. A lot of them are just there, just trying to work it out. Just
Yeah.
kind of, mentally, they just need some time, to work it out. We had one lady that her husband, every 3 months, he would send her there for a week.
He was getting vacation. That's what it was.
Yes,
That's what it was.
and she was on no meds. The agreement was he was going to pay for it. She didn't have. He didn't want her on any meds. He wanted her to rest. That's what he said. He wanted her to rest.
Wow.
And but when I tell you, you meet all kinds
I'm
of
telling
yeah, and
sickness and health.
yeah, and when you think of the reason that they're there, and some of them, especially with the women that had went through sexual abuse as a child, it's just amazing to me how they were blocked in their mind, and they were in their adult life when something happened that unlocked it,
Yeah.
and they freaked. So yeah, you have so much.
Hey man, hey Miss Belinda, I'm telling you, this is I'm gonna cut you off, but you got me thinking
No.
about. So my grandmother was she had dementia.
Yeah, mine
Okay.
too. Wow.
But it
Okay.
was so what happened. So, but she had moved down here to Maryland from North Carolina,
Okay.
and so what happened? It had started to get bad, whatever. But it was like at the beginning stages of it, yo.
Okay.
So when you say it's like certain things that trigger things, whatever. I don't know what it was about my grandmother, but her trigger was Chauncey Billups. Hilarious. Chauncey
Oh,
Billups from Detroit Pistons.
For real?
Yes.
wow.
And look, to this day, I hated Chauncey Billups because I know what it was. Because they kicked our ass against it was because we Lakers fans. And I've been
Okay.
watching that game with my grandmother, the Lakers series against the Pistons. And
They
Chauncey
beat y'all
Billups
in the final.
the finally the Pistons beat the hell out of us, yo. And I said, Chauncey Billups trigger my mother in the odd times, man. Fuck
Oh,
Chauncey
wow. Wow.
But she had to think about Chauncey Billups, man.
Yeah.
And I never forget, man. Like one of the days, like when she had her triggers or whatever, she was like, yeah, did you see Chauncey Billups over there? I was like, Grandma, we in the basement. What are you talking about? Chauncey Billups ain't nowhere down here. Yeah?
Oh,
Wow.
But
that's a bad memory for Chauncey.
Chauncey Billups was a bad memory for it because he beat the hell out of my Lakers. Yeah, we all Lakers fans, man.
But it's a real thing. There's a book called the Body Keeps Score.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, one of the stories, say this real quickly. One of the stories, this is back in the horse and buggy time. And there was a really bad accident, and the person got thrown from the buggy. The wheel came off. And just as he was passing out, he saw the wheel coming towards his leg, and he passed out. Well, someone in the street grabbed the wheel before it hit his leg, right? So it never touched him.
Yeah.
But when he came to, he never walked again. Wow. Because in his mind, he saw the wheel hit his leg. And he could not believe that it didn't. So when say the body keeps score, it does. There are things. That's why sometimes when people do things, like I say, I honestly, I've got so far past judgment, judging people, asking why somebody does it, because a lot of times it is a reason. And sometimes they don't even know the reason. It's something that's there, something that's happened that, like you say, triggers it, so yeah.
Now the mind is a tricky thing, man.
Oh, yes, it is.
Tricky, man. I mean, even like I heard something recently that was weird. I was watching Terrence Crawford on Joe Rogan. He's a boxer.
Okay.
And he was saying before he fought the boxer named Canelo, he has red hair. And so he was saying his sister works in works in a nursing facility or whatever. So he was saying his sister told him like, yeah, you say you gotta be careful, fighting in redheads. They got a high pain tolerance. He was like, what? He said, yo, you think about it.
Wow.
He knows the boxer Canelo. You ever notice he never been really been hurt.
Never really been knocked out.
Never been knocked out. Since he was
big shots. He take big shots. Yeah.
She was saying, yeah, when they give redheads anesthesia or whatever, they gotta do like 25% more than the average anesthesia for them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's some kind of chemical imbalance with redheads that they have a higher pain tolerance. It's weird, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah, little tidbit of information you got.
Oh man, that was good. That was
right.
good. That was good, man.
You guys are terrific.
Nah, I appreciate it. Yeah. So, what I want to know, is there going to be a spinoff of the book, or what are you working on now?
I'm working on a book of poetry now, because and it's basically like in my book, Stand on the Edge of Your Tomorrow. I have in the back of it, I have 18 poems. So, and then I have poems just everywhere for what I'm writing. So I'm in the process now. I'm pulling together all my poems to do something in that, So yeah.
That's awesome, man. That you held on to all those.
Well, a lot of them I didn't, but I do have a lot. I do have quite a few of them. I've moved so much, so I'm settled. I believe now I'm settled.
Okay.
I don't think it's nowhere else I want to go, even though it's cold here in Pennsylvania. But the beauty of it is I don't have to go out in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you don't. I mean, you retired, so you don't got to go.
Don't
You
have
don't.
to
You
go
don't got
out
to go
in
if you
it.
don't have to.
That's
Ha-
right.
have you thought about, because you say you want to do philanthropy? So like, have you ever thought about international travel or doing things?
I had thought about it at one time, but as I'm moving up in age, and that was one of the things I said to God, I said, God, I said, man, we don't talk about a lot of things. I said, and I'm getting older, and I don't want to,
Mhm.
and then so much is going on in the world, and it's not a thing of fear, but it is a thing of wisdom, because I'm keeping up with what's happening. Like we got people there that can't get out of the Middle East, Americans.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
things are just happening in the world. So I'm like, so I don't know if that was just my dream or whether it was our dream, but you need to let me know who was dreaming so I can know what I need to be doing.
Right, right,
Yeah,
and like these crazy times, there's going to be a need for a lot of
yeah.
healing from what's
Oh,
going on in the world
yes,
today. It's
it
it's a
is.
it's a
It
mess from
is. And that's why I love the governor of Maryland,
yeah.
because he is so about the people,
The
you know.
last governor I voted before I moved to Georgia. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, he is so about the people. Even the thing he put out when it started getting cold, talking about the homeless, and opening doors and things. And it's so sad because someone was telling me recently that because see, with the homeless shelters, you have to be there by a certain time.
Right.
And and I think it's like 10 o'clock. If not, they're not opening the doors. And this lady, she got there, but she had complications came up. If you're homeless, you just can't, call you know, a Uber or whatever and
right,
get there, right?
Right. Right.
And so they wouldn't let her in. And the next morning when they opened up and went out and everything, the lady had froze to death.
Mm.
So we got to take care of each other. We got to do welfare checks on people, especially the senior citizens.
yeah,
Ones that live by themselves. I mean, even the honorary ones, the ones that I have met so many people in life that their children will not have anything to do with them, and a lot of times it was because they were in an abusive situation. The moms were alcoholics. I met women, they were alcoholics when they had their children, and they say, Belinda, I put my kids through hell. I did da 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 da. And now the kids will have nothing to do with them.
mm.
And so now they're in their 60s and 70s and they by themselves.
I might
So
have to connect you with my mother because she's retired and she's retired and she's a reverend, but she's
okay,
she's relocated now, so she's looking for a new church home and everything. But part of her purpose is helping kids, that
right,
have the disadvantage, and she's looking at her next purpose in life. So I mean, I would
okay.
love to put her in touch with you for whatever programs you may have for her to
Oh,
help her
yes, please
transition in her
do.
retirement. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
government worker of 40 years. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
One thing, one thing I do notice too. We're talking about purpose. I want people to understand too, man. Your purpose is it's never too late to fulfill your purpose.
right. That
no,
is so true. So
Yeah,
true.
it's never too late, man.
Yeah.
My father, man, rest in peace, man. He used to have he used to have this thing called the game of life. So what he would do, he would break. He was a football player, so
Okay.
he would break down the game of life into 4 quarters.
Okay.
So he would say your first quarter is 0 to 20,
Mm.
and then your second quarter is 21 to 40, and then at 40 is like it's like your halftime. So whatever you
Okay.
don't do in that first half,
right.
you
Mm-hmm.
can make some adjustments, readjust. You never know. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
good. That's good.
Yo, and one of my things I think about, like people understand, like Samuel Jackson, his
Mm-hmm.
breakout role
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until he was 40
It's
years old.
in his
And
40s.
that's
Yeah.
something.
Look at
Yeah,
Steve Harvey ain't really take off until he was in his 40s.
40s.
And that's
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Look,
so
look where we at, 40.
yeah,
Now it's kind of like this pivotal point, but he was like, yeah, so that's your halftime, and then the third quarter is 41 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like from there, 61 to 80 is the fourth quarter. He
mhm.
said,
Right.
man, if you make it to 80, man, anything over 80 is overtime, man. You blessed, bro.
Yeah, nah,
Yes.
but consistency.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
consistent. Like
Yeah.
with this podcast role we on now.
Mhm.
We see our viewership growing, but it's nowhere near close to where we want to go. But one thing we gonna do is stay consistent.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it takes. Honestly, that's you're doing great.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, appreciate it. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. It's been a long time coming, man. We still got a long ways to go, but I like the trajectory. We like
I,
where
I
we're
knew
going.
I knew journalism was my purpose. I didn't know
Oh,
how
okay.
I didn't know how I would get there. Um,
Right.
but I think God intended for me to start this in this
Yeah.
lane instead
Great.
of working for a network. Now I need you to start your own.
Your
So I got
own.
three
Yes.
gracious partners, and we got this platform, and we doing it. So we're gonna run it
That
consistently,
is so
long as
good.
it takes.
Yo,
Yeah,
and my thing, I just wanted to do radio to talk to people.
yeah,
Okay.
Here
yeah,
we go.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
man.
you're serving purpose. That's it.
Yeah, nah, yo, cause I think people in general are fascinating though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like the everyday person is fascinating to me. Yo. Like I
right.
just be like people understand. Like I like talking to older people
Hmm.
because they are a point of reference. Like I talked to my parents about stuff, well, my mother about stuff, and my father when was 11, whatever. But they're a
Mhm.
point of reference for history.
Right.
Right.
And you need to know, because if you don't know where you're headed, you never, you know what I'm saying? You don't if you don't know
You
the
don't know
past, you
when
don't
you're
know where
gonna
you're
get
headed.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it. But look, it's funny that we can go back and look at history and see how things turned out and rework it and do it different than what we did in the past.
Yeah.
So which is interesting about America. We have years and years of data that shows that the stuff y'all did in the past did not work. Why are we gonna do it again?
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
I remember when I was going to Coppin and Dick Gregory came,
Oh,
and
man, son.
I went from my last class. It was at 4. He was supposed to be there at 8. I went from my last class, and I sat in that auditorium. I was one of the first ones. I said it because I wanted to see this man. I was just fascinated by Dick Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I remember that he said, how is it that the government can catch a spy, a man coming into the United States, and he got the data wrapped up down in his side of his glasses. Hold your glasses together, and they can catch him, but they can't catch the ones that's bringing the drugs in the Black community.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said, but they can bring it into our community. But look. So if you're intelligent enough to catch a spy,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
they
oh,
yeah,
You
oh
can do
no.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is why I knew. So this is why I know people are more they choose to ignore situations or choose to do certain
That's
things.
dangerous. They better stop doing that. But
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
let
no,
you go first, but go
yeah,
ahead.
but no,
mhm,
no. I used to look at I used to look at a lot of news back in the day, and I used to look at the guy Bill O'Reilly.
yeah,
And I remember Bill O'Reilly. I was like, yo, this dude's smart. He's a smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he chooses to be a certain way for entertainment purposes.
right,
And for like some of the stuff he knows factually that it's not really true or it's not,
hmm,
but he chooses to do this for entertainment purposes. So
Mm-hmm.
I lost all credibility for those kind of people now.
wow,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Nah,
because now you know better, but you choose to
don't
do this.
not to do
Yeah,
that, yeah,
it's the
yeah.
thing. Like kids study history. I always say history is the most important subject in your curriculum growing up because
hmm,
you always study slavery. Slavery existed. Don't let them
yeah,
erase slavery, or your
yeah,
ass gonna be out there picking cotton again.
yeah,
So
yeah,
study it for real,
hmm, yeah,
because if they could bring it back, they would for real.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
So
oh
study the
yeah,
data. Study the data.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
they brought it back somewhere. It's just called jail time. That's all it is.
Yeah, free labor.
yeah,
Just
Yep,
prison.
you're right.
Yeah,
Just
free
in
labor.
another way.
yeah,
It's jail
Yeah.
time, man.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry, man. We got on that soapbox for a little bit. It's all
No,
right.
that's okay. No,
I
that's
know.
okay.
Yeah.
No. But so we have a thing here, man. It's called the victory lap. It's like when we about to wrap up the show.
Mm-hmm.
So we had. So what you do on the pit stop, man? You come here to get out of the rat race of life. Yeah, you come here to just reset,
Mm-hmm.
relax, and just enjoy, man. Have a good
Right.
conversation. What you do in the victory lap? You lead the people with a gym, some life advice, or just anything to get them through. So with
Right.
that said, Miss Belinda, what's your victory lap?
Well, first of all, to definitely get my book.
Here we
Yes.
go. Got to
Gotta
push
look.
it. Yeah,
And
here we go.
you can, and my website is
There we go.
lowercase letters, belindamlane.com. And so you can go there to get my book. Uh, there's a saying, I don't know who said it, but I try to hold on to it. It says, a problem is success in work clothes.
Mm,
That's
damn.
all it is. It's just a problem is, success
Mm-hmm.
in work clothes, because most people that are successful, they have worked to get there. They have done it. In other words, they didn't look at it as a problem. They look at it as a more so of a, if you look at it as a situation versus looking at it as a problem, we can handle situations. It's the
Yeah.
problem that stunts us.
Mm.
So we have to change our mindset and a lot of things that we look at and that we do. And I think when we change our mindset, we can see ourselves getting through it.
Mm,
There we go.
that's a good one.
It's a
Ah,
good
man.
gem right there.
It is. That's a good one,
Never,
man.
never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. So, oh man, it's hard to wrap up because I could talk to you for like a long time. Yo,
Oh, thank you. Well, I could talk to you guys for a long time. It's nice talking to young folks.
yeah. I just like, and we like holding conversations, so we could
Yeah.
talk to you all day. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, we got to keep it within the hour and the straight.
Understand. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. But
But no,
thank you so much for even considering having me. I really do appreciate it. I do not take this lightly. Like I said, I had went out there and looked at some of your podcasts, and I enjoyed it. And I was very excited about tonight.
Oh,
thank
thank
you,
you.
thank you.
And you guys are definitely you have to. I mean, make it. You have to. I mean, I know you're making it, but I mean, I can see you all going so far because
Thank you.
you're interested in people and you're interested in promoting people. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. That's all
Nah,
we. That's
that's a
all we
good thing.
celebrate.
yeah,
Yeah,
All we
that's
celebrate
what
this.
it's
y'all are
about.
amazing. You're amazing. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ah, thank
Thank you.
Thank you. With that said, man, please go check out Miss Belinda. We gonna have your website when we gonna post it
Yeah,
on the
it'll be at the
Okay.
bottom of the screen when
yes,
Thank
we
you.
mention it. Yeah. So the
yes. We
trial of purpose. Make sure y'all go get that. Go
yes.
get
Try
that.
Thank
the
you.
purpose, man. Hey, Kitty, tell the people where they can find us at, man.
Man, you can find us on YouTube. I'm pushing YouTube. Our YouTube channel is at the Pit Stop Podcast. No, James, I'm not gonna spell it. It's at the bottom. It's under my name. So y'all check us out there. We also on Apple and Spotify for audio, but mainly we're really pushing that YouTube line, man. Check in, tap in, like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes, man. With that said, man, thank you, Miss Belinda. Hey, it's the
Thank you
Pissed Out
guys so much.
Podcast. We out, man. Appreciate y'all.